This video will show you some basics of Google Docs and will also show you some tips and tricks to get the most out of feedback from your instructor. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into Google Drive, and hopefully you've already created a Google Drive folder for your assignments. So go to Google Drive. And as always, make sure that you are signing in to your South Alabama email address or your Jagmail email address. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with my Jagmail password. So as you've seen before in the Google Drive folder creation video, you should have noticed that I created a folder simply to house my materials for my courses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and open that folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a Google document and how to save it to that folder. So once you're into that folder, you're going to click New and click Google Docs. And you're going to say Create and Share. So now your instructor will be able to edit and be able to provide comments on the document that you create. So let's say that you're doing this as a paper for one of your courses. We'll label this one as paper 2. Once I click out of this, it will automatically save the document. The benefit of using Google Docs is that your document is live, which means that it's automatically going to save any changes that you make to the document. So you don't have to worry about continually clicking the save button. It will save it for you. So here are some very basics about working Google Docs. You'll see it's very similar to a Microsoft Word document. You have all of the same functions like changing the text and doing other things of that nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through some other basics that you can potentially use to have someone get feedback or ask for help if you need it. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up as if I'm setting up a document in MLA formatting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some edits to the document. And what I'm going to do in order to see what changes I've made is I'm going to turn this on suggesting mode. Now you only want to do this if someone else is potentially editing your work for you, or you want to see the changes that have been made before you make those changes. So one example of this is I can automatically tell that this is in the wrong font. So I would highlight it and go over and change it. And what you'll see over to the side is that there's now 2 markers that have popped up on the side. These are 2 different kinds of comments that your instructor can make. And if you see these comments, you can either accept the comment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept the font change so that you can see what happens. So you know that that has been accepted and it will be changed that way. Let's say that I don't agree with this font size change. I can hit the exit button and reject that suggestion. And now I've moved it back to the same font that it was previously. These comments are there to ultimately help you be able to make adjustments to your document and to help you see some of the nitty-gritty grammar things that may need to be fixed throughout your document. And you can obviously turn this off of suggesting mode. When you're putting it into editing mode, you are directly editing the document and it won't show up as for any changes. So let's say I go back and change this font to Times New Roman 12. It's going to go back without providing any of those comments. So that's one way that your instructor may provide feedback. Another way is through commenting, and you can actually use this function as well. You're going to go over and highlight a piece of text, right-click it, and you should be able to choose a button that says comment. And now a box should pop up at the side of your screen that will give you a space to be able to fix this. So your instructor may write a comment like fix this, edit this, or you may want to consider the big picture here, and they will include that comment off to the side. Now let's say that you've gotten done with that comment and you think, oh, I think I fixed this problem finally. You can hit the resolve button and the comment will disappear. Let's say you have a question for your instructor and you're not sure if you've done this the right way. Something that you can do is you can hit the app button, and once you hit the app button, different email addresses are going to pop up, and you can type in the email address of your instructor. So for example, I'm putting my email address there. So, and once you tag that there, you will be able to ask your instructor questions. So for example, I could type to myself, "Is this right?" and hit comment. And what that's going to do is it's going to automatically send your instructor an email letting them know that you're requesting help on your assignment. And the cool thing is about it is that they can open it up and they can reply to your message. And you can carry on a conversation throughout the side of the document. If you do this, I'd recommend tagging your instructor every time you want them to look at something. That way they know to go in for sure to make any changes that may be necessary. Some other cool things that you can do is if somebody is on your document at the same time with you, a button will pop up at the top here that will allow you to chat back and forth with users. But this will probably not be used as often as these two features are here. Another really cool feature of Google Docs is the revision history, and you can access that by going over here to File and going down to See Revision History. What this is going to do is it's going to keep track of any changes that you've made to your document. So you can see here previously at 5:14, I opened the document and it was blank. And at 5:17, I made some changes to it. And I've been making some edits here and there. This is going to keep track of what you do to the document, and any changes will either be in a gray color or in a green color like it is over on this side. Let's say that you want to go back to a previous version of what you've done on the document. You can click Restore this revision and it will automatically go back to a previous version of something that you've worked on. The good news of this is that it will show any changes that you or your instructor make to the document, but let's say that you're writing reflection letters. If you need to reflect upon your process of putting the paper together, this will give you some insight into exactly what you had to work on and a very easy way to be able to pinpoint what changes were made to the document. And this could help you think more as to why you made those changes. So once you get your document set up, the good news is if you have it saved in your drive, then your instructor will automatically have access to that, especially if you've already given them access. But let's say you want to share that document with somebody else. What you're going to do is go over here to the Share button and make sure, again, that it's set to Can Edit. Otherwise, anyone you send this document to will be unable to actually make comments or suggestions like I just showed you in the document. And you can hit Copy, or just like before, you can enter the email address of the person that you want to send this to and send a quick note to them. So let's say that you have a specific question or you want your instructor to give a brief look at your paper. You can type them a quick note and have them look at it for you and hit send once you get done with that. The good news is with Google Docs is that you can also access them using your phone, and you can pretty much access them from wherever you are as long as you have internet access. Let's say you're a little bit finicky about using Google Docs to write your papers and you're more comfortable at this moment in time with working with Word docs to start drafting. You can still do this, and there is a way to convert them to Google Docs. And what you can do is you can go to New and click File Upload and pick something that you had already put together, and you can upload it from there. So I'm going to upload a document that I created, and I'm going to put it in the folder here. So what you're going to do is you're going to see if it converted to a Google Doc. So I can already see here that it did convert to a Google Doc. If it doesn't for some reason convert to a Google Doc, you can click Open with Google Docs and it will convert that document for you. So that's basically what you will do to use Google Docs, and that's a basic overview of the functions. There are a lot of neat things that you can do with this, And should you have any questions, you can reach out to your instructors for any assistance, but definitely take advantage of this software. It can help you with your revisions, and it can also help you improve your writing skills over time.